Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC. Looking for an alternate method of carry for your Kubi bloom, or even maybe your AriesEDC bloom? This might be the video for you. All right, guys, check it out. So this is not meant to push one particular leather worker. There's lots of leather workers out there that are doing amazing work, and maybe you can seek out one closer to you. But this was something that I have been thinking about, and I've had other people reach out and ask me about at the same time. And I am totally open to anybody who wants to take one of my designs, whether it's a bloom or a thorn or a rock hopper or whatever it might be, and to do an alternate method of carry. As you guys know, I do Kydex sheaths on all of my knives, but if you decide you want to do a leather sheath, that is perfectly fine. I am just not comfortable doing leather work. I have tried it, and it's not very enjoyable for me, and it's not something I particularly am looking to start doing. But there are several talented leather workers within our community, or maybe within your town or city or close to you, that are doing amazing work that you can send your knife to and get a nice custom leather sheath for. And this is just that. These are from Three Feathers EDC. And I'll put a link to his Instagram in the description of this video. He is based out of Central Florida area, so he's about 45 minutes away from me. Excuse me. And he reached out. We kind of met each other online, and he reached out and was like, "Hey, I'd be interested, and have you ever thought about blah, blah, blah?" And I was like, "Yeah, that would be awesome." So I sent him one of my Kubi blooms to do something with. So he made all of these sheaves based on the Kubi bloom. And we're going to talk a little bit about all of these different methods that there are. Now, I did send it with him with the Kydex sheath, so he was basing some of these off the Kydex sheath, but I also mentioned to him that it would be cool to have alternate methods of carry. And I think what he has given me here, and he's worked on these over the last couple of days, and I think there's some more to come actually too, is very, very good. So what we have are several different options. We have a pocket dropper option with a nice clip. We have the loop option. This is a loop that he made, and I like the double loop because that gives you an option of a appendix carry or being able to put an ulti clip or a clip of your choice on there as well, so that you can choose however you want to do it, whether you're pocket dropping or carrying on the belt. And these are all wet formed sheaths, so they are custom sheaths for the Kubi bloom. But I have to tell you guys, and we're going to take a look at it, the custom bloom, or at least my custom bloom, of course everyone's a little bit different because I talked about that recently in a TNFNU, but all of these, this actually fits very nicely in all of these sheaths as well. So I'll just set that one there, set this one over here, and we'll talk a little bit about these as we go. So this is the first one that he kind of did, and we're going to talk about it. What I like about it is he kind of mimicked the micarta look, the burlap micarta look on the sheath. So he customized and did the texturing on that leather, and he added a rubber loop onto it. So I thank you, sir, Shawn, over at Three Feathers EDC for doing that. That is pretty cool. And he did an amazing job. I mean, this is the fit and finish on these is done very well for a custom handmade sheath. And this fits in very well. It's getting broken in still. With a little effort, you can see the outline of the blade in there. That fits in very well. It's not going anywhere. So if I appendix carry this on my belt, I am for sure knowing that is not going anywhere. And he based it off of that. And you could see how he wet formed all of this to that. Now, these aren't going to be in production or anything. He's making these one by one. So if you're interested in reaching out to him to make you one, please do so. But there's also other leather makers out there that are doing and can do something very similar to this. But he did an amazing job at this. So what do you guys think of that? That is pretty stinking cool. And the cool thing is, like I said, well, it's a little tight. So it's a little tight right where this is pushing. So we'll work that in. But what's cool is this actually fits in perfectly. So my the custom bloom fits in perfectly. It's not falling out. It's nice and tight. So I could wear that on the belt just as comfortable as I can the Kubi bloom. And that will loosen up over time, I'm sure, where it is a little bit tight on the Kubi, but I think that is looking really good. Same for this one, but I kind of like a mixture. So I like the size of the black one. It's a little bit smaller than this one, but he hand did all that, guys. He hand dyed and had some fun with colors, which I 100% appreciate. You guys know I like my colors, but again, the Kubi bloom fits in there very well. Blade comes down to like here, and it would be a great pocket dropper, but I like a mixture of these two. So I would love to have see one this size, but add another hole. So if we had 2 holes and another hole down here, kind of like on the TRM tag-along that has the taco style sheath, a fold over sheath with the 2 holes, because then that, I know some of you like your ulti clips, and you would be able to do an ulti clip option for that as well, which would be really, really cool. But what do you guys think of that? That fits in there really well. It's not going anywhere. And again, we have perfect fit for the custom. So the custom fits. I mean, as long as your handle's not too thick, which most of the blooms aren't going to be thicker than that, this should work. I mean, totally work. And now my buddy Shawn over at Three Feathers EDC, he has the pattern. So he can recreate the pattern. He might not be able to wet form it to your knife. You might still have to send your knife to him so that he can wet form it to get all of that nice swell in there to be able to fit perfectly. But man, you see the type of work that he is doing, and the dye and all the stuff that he does, and the threads. Look, different colored thread is really, really, really good. And this one is a pocket dropper. So if you like to pocket drop your Fixies, there you go. I did this a little earlier, carried that in my pocket. The clip is nice and it stays in your pocket, and it's very easy to pull out the knife and to push it right back into the sheath with no issues. Again, and I'm going to show you guys this on all of them, my custom, it's a little tight, but it does fit in there as well, because that was wet formed to a handle that is much skinnier than my custom. But the good thing about leather is it does give, so that you're able to do that, and it still works really, really well. Man, look at that. The welt on this, done well. And I like the overall profile of that. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. So like that one is a little bit of a thicker option with the thickness of the leather. And I kind of like the thinner version a little bit easier as a pocket dropper than the thicker. So that's really, really cool. And then that brown, I don't know what color that is, but that's the exact color I would probably want for a custom sheath. I'm simple like that, but this one has a different angles, so I don't know whether you guys like the more rounded or more angular, but this is another pocket dropper style, kind of a classic sheath. Just looks very, very nice, and again, the bloom fits in there very well. It's not coming out, even though this is more of a pocket style sheath where you're not worried about that really coming out, but it'll hold it in there. It's not going to rattle around on you, and it's going to fit very, very nice. And again, my custom, mine, of course, everyone's going to be a little bit different, fits in there nice and tight and is nice and secure. I have my lanyard. You use your thumb, you can pull out the blade and you're ready to go. Put it back, I always did this. So my trick is this: without looking down in your pocket, I take my thumb and I line up right there, and I know then I can just push the knife in, and that's going to fit very, very well. Holy cow, that is so cool. So different options for different folks. He even made me a couple leather strops, which is so stinking cool. I might use this one for a giveaway, but he has my initials on that one, so hello. Yeah. How really cool is that? Man, how cool is that? So guys, although I am talking about Three Feathers EDC, who did an amazing job on these sheaths, you have options out there. It's whether you want to pay for it. I don't know what these would run you, because I don't know what leather worker that you would like to use for this. Three Feathers EDC just recently came on a live stream, and we got to talk about what the cost is and all the different things. But I got to tell you, if this is the quality work that he did, you sure can find a leather worker in your area that's doing such high quality stuff like this, and gives you a different option to carry either your Kubi bloom or even your custom bloom if you're looking for leather instead of Kydex. I don't know if this is something that I'm going to be able to have for my customs, because every single one of my customs is going to be a little different, and for me to send him all those knives to make the leather sheaths for, there's a cost for me, and again that would end up trickling down to you. But there might be a run of something here in the future where I can offer some leather sheaths, but we will see. It is really cool, and he is doing great work, and I'm just trying to spread the word about what he does, but also spread the word about all the different options that you have for your Kubi or your AriesEDC blooms. If you're looking for a nice pocket dropper, it's available to you. You just have to put in a little bit of work, or you can just check out Three Feathers EDC, who's doing really amazing work. So thank you guys so much. I hope you like this one. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. Again, the choice is always yours.